on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Hello. And what might you need?
What is it? Hold on. Are you alright? You look like you got ataxia. I'm not a priestess, but I did read Withershins back in the year 199. Well, good for you. Withershins was a terrible book anyway. The name's Colin. What can I do you for? Not much of a talker. No, Morris, that one's a talker. He won't shut up about his dead wife and the corpse he calls his manhood. Well, he's got his moments. I come to this inn and first thing I ask Hadring is what you got to drink. And Morris says, I hope you like piss. Poor Hadring. His swill ain't so bad, but with these socialist drinkers around, spreading gossip like a midwife, it's no wonder this inn is so dead. Tell that to Morris. He likes to tell Fulltime how there still ain't no comely maidens in this inn. So I tell Fulltime, what's with the warriors here? They need strength potions to get off their stools. Fulltime? Nah, he mostly just ignores us and tends to his fleas. Pretty much. Got the face for it anyway. I was too cute to be a tavern wench and too ugly to be a brothel whore. And no, I don't have the two mixed up. At least I don't think I do. Which one is Hadring? Is that what he is? I guess that's much him keeping the inn and all. I did sort of hope he wasn't. It would explain why he's so awful at it. Well, this is gonna sound pretty stupid. Because it is. It's pretty much the stupidest thing in the history of stupid ways a person can answer the question, what are you doing, stupid? Horkers. Yeah, that's right, horkers. Told you it was stupid. See, I have this friend, and he's mad about horkers. Just loves them. Loves to eat them, that is. Anything else would be too weird. Eating them is weird enough. Oh, probably right. I guess some adventurers like to explore caves and old forts, and others like to explore the bottom of a bottle. Guess which one I am. Right, so, one day we're at some inn and he's gobbling down the slop while I'm gobbling down the ale. He's eaten about the half of it when he gets up and goes outside to, you know, drop his own little hulk in the hay. He tells me to watch his stew, as if anyone would put that poison in their mouth but him. Thing is, my head's spinning from all the ale and pretty soon my arms are spinning too, especially when one of them birds starts chirping. Take a guess, the big oaf came back right when it hit the floor. Now, I'm expecting things to go airborne, mugs, flagons, benches, alchemy tables. But he just walked away. Didn't say a word. Would have been easier if he just let me have it. I said it was stupid. But on the other hand, everyone's got their quirks. Gorse is Horker's too. Worse yet, he spent a week up north gathering that meat. And I don't know how he does it. To me, killing Horkers is duller than an old mare mating ritual. Those things are like watching paint dry on a portrait of Lind. That's right. Heard they got a bunch of real fat ones by Lake Yorgrim. Figure they clubber a few and bring them back as a peace offering. Good point. If I really wanted to show the big oaf I cared, I wouldn't have just any old hooker. I heard up north they got one as big as a galleon and as ugly as an orc's first wife. Problem is, I'm not so good at finding stuff. Losing stuff? No, I'm the queen of that. Finding? Not so much. You what? Are you serious? By Morris's cheese breath you are. Well, far be it for me to talk you out of something stupid. Now, the Horkers here are too small, but Hadring says there's a Horker so big it sunk an entire ship somewhere up north. They call it a brine hammer. We should head on over there. You can take the lead, seeing how excited you are to do this. I'm more of a follower anyway. What is it? Okay, so I lied. I talk, but I also get things done. So, if you got things need slaying, I gotta steal to slay 'em. Well, more like I got the iron. Rusty iron, if you want to be particular. Rusty enough to give a bandit a real dirty nick. A nick that might fester and kill him. Although it doesn't really cut as much as it clubs. But if you smack him hard enough, they die all the same. Ain't much to tell. I tried being a soldier for the Empire until I realized that I hate taking orders. I thought about training warriors, but I hate giving orders more than taking them. I thought about becoming a beggar, but they make little more than sell swords. I thought maybe I become a priest, until I remembered that the only god I worship is coin. So I decided to become an adventurer, because pretty much anyone qualifies. Alright, but don't take too long, else I'll have to kill this thing without you.
Hello, friend.
The beds and beer are both lousy, you ask me. What do you want? You see any other inns around here? Where else would I go to drink? Sure, walk away. I wasn't talking or anything.
What is it now? The Nords used to call me Morris, the living Draugr, because of my prowess on the battlefield and the fear I struck in my enemies. Well, that came after. I figured if these sodding ice blondies were going to start calling me a Draugr, I might as well look the part. Now, where was I? Right, on account I ain't dead. Only now I've gotten to that age where they don't bother to make a distinction. I mean, I get it. Maybe I can't swing Ebony the way she likes it. Maybe some days I wake up and my knees burn, or my back starts barking like my old lady used to when I forgot to burn the trash. But I'm hardly an old man, even for a warrior. Some say I'm still worth the swords of 20 men. I've been saying it for years. I suspect you're right. None of these bedwetters would dare mock Morris the living Draugr to his face. Not something. Someone. It all started when I was exploring the Forsaken Cave in Eastmarch. I was being chased by Draugr, and like a dumb mule, I stepped on a pressure plate. Next thing I know, I'm taking a battering ram to the gut. Shattered just about every rib I own, and other parts I didn't know I had. I crawled back to Windhelm. Lay in bed at Candlehearth Hall for 2 straight days. Couldn't even breathe without pain. Then I get this message from an urchin. Said Orthus and Dario wanted to see me about a job. I told him to go screw. The next day, Orthus himself graces me with his presence. I tell him again to go screw. Said I'm too tired to be running his errands. Orthus says it's a milk run, a training exercise for new Legion recruits. They were escorting a minimum security shipment to Solitude. All I had to do was show the little cave rats what to look out for. There'd even be another senior soldier from the, what do you call it? Pennius Ocularium? Yeah, my ancestors were Colovian. We founded the Empire. It's the Nibonese who made up all these little weird names and rituals. You bet your sweet roll I did. A man in my position doesn't pass up easy coin, even if it means dealing with Nibonese worms. The trouble was, this senior Legion officer took exception to my reputation. Didn't like that the recruits looked up to an outsider. Especially a Colovian Imperial dressed in the armor of a Frosthugger. He tried to put me in my place, Said stuff that'd make the Daedra cover their ears. But I can give it as good as I can take it. Not that it was hard, what with that stupid Legion skirt he was wearing. Problem is, my insults worked too well. See, we were just up the road from here when we got ambushed by a snow bear. Uh-oh is right. Instead of trying to show me up, this Legionnaire coward gives way, forcing me to take the lead. I swear this bear came at me like I killed its sister, and I couldn't even lift Ebony over my head. The weight and the pain dropped me to the ground. Now I ain't no lily liver, but sometimes a man has to swallow his pride and ask for help. If only I asked. Instead, I looked back and screamed. Funny thing is, the officer, even the recruits, they were all laughing. I was so hysterical I didn't even notice the stupid bear was licking my face. Yeah, my ribs hurt so bad they had to carry me here. All the while, this Legionnaire has a grin on his face like an open wound. Not a week later, and there isn't a bard in Skyrim who isn't telling the tale of Morris the Jogger and the bear who pitied him. You blind or just slow? Ebony's my sword, my girl. She always has my back, and I mean that literally. Like I said, used to be. I reckon I wouldn't be here in this slow belly of an inn if she still was. We met in one of them forts. I was feeding Ebony a nice plate of bandit breakfast when I found one of them still in her bedroll. Now I ain't no softy, I'll kill a man in his sleep. This one, though, she just rolls over and looks at me with those big doe eyes just as I was about to take her head. So I took her maiden head instead. Yeah, in truth, she probably was no maiden. Finding a real maiden in Skyrim is like finding a chicken that craps diamonds. These Nord women, I tell you, they're hungry as saber cats, and strong as them too. Sometimes they even bite like them, so watch where you stick it. Next day, we went to the chapel in Riften and got Marta's blessing. The priest asked me if I'd love her now and forever, and I was too much of a coward to run. Not quite. The old lady got on me like any big Nord cow, but it wasn't all scars and prison bars. Not like some of these fur huggers made it seem. I don't know about you, but I find a lot of these Talos lovers like to boast about the strength of their women as much as the power of their god. Then the first chance they get, they go out and marry some Breton girl that can fit in their palm. I stuck by my old lady. Reckon half the time I deserved it, and the other half she needed to let it out just to keep her head straight. Ain't easy giving up a bow and arrow for a kettle and broom. Not unless you brought some real ale with you.
Your outfit got me thinking. What would a
Ah,
Khajiit
hello
for-
there, traveler. Come to the night gate for food or lodging?
Maybe we should
This
try
old
and
place?
start a new fashion
Huh,
and perhaps create
been
a
here
new business
forever.
out of it.
Built by my
We could
great-granddad.
make a killing?
Run by him, then
Get
all
it?
the way up the line to me.
Killing? You know, by killing Khajiits?
Nah, not so much. The odd traveler on the road. But mostly just old full-time. Come to drink away a lifetime of bad memories, I'd wager. Of course, there's the orc. Long-term tenant, that one. For what he pays, I could afford to shut this place down. Him? Oh, name's, Balablob, or, Malaklob, one of them funny orc names. Talks real good, though. Not a savage at all. Said he's a writer. Don't know what kind of job that is, but it must earn him some pretty coin. He's paid up for the next few months. He mostly just hangs about. Goes down to the lake, sometimes samples the stores of wine in the cellar. Man can do whatever he pleases, far as I care. Seen enough magic in my day to know to stay away from it. I'd stay away from the Jarl's Wizard and Dawnstar, too. If you want to be a damn fool, go to the college in Winterhold instead. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe that? Anything you need, just holler.
Hadring got himself another customer, eh?
I can't help you, friend. Talk to Hadring, the innkeeper.
What is it now? In a word, it was her father. I know that's how it usually is, but approval was one thing this bootlicker didn't lack. No, if anything, he approved too much. Thing is, before I came riding in on my white horse, him and the old lady weren't exactly on speaking terms. Us tying the knot changed that. As far as he was concerned, I was some dashing milk drinker who came and rescued his princess like in them stories. Yeah, only now the poor fool wet his pants if I so much as left the house, scared his little girl will go back to being a bandit again. Of course, that meant I was dragging around 2 ball and chains instead of 1, but one of them ain't exactly my type, and the other one's a man. And there's a pine tree living in my trousers, but you don't see me bothering you about it. There's a cellar door that leads to the back of the inn, and if he passed through here, I was probably too drunk to notice. They call the area west of here the White Shore. I call it the place with trees and snow.
like the idea of crouching down behind you. If you dare let one go, then you could forget me helping you. Why am I even talking? Fun. The thrill of almost getting caught is more addictive than skooma. Oh right, yeah, now's not the time for talking. from behind. As in sneaking up on them, of course. Sorry, I just can't keep my mouth shut. But I'm scary for you in every possible way. Who am I kidding? I love to boast. Oh, that hurts. Don't let my looks fool you. Looks can be deceiving. Maybe that means you actually have a brain.